That make it hurt.
Ladies and gentlemen, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Welcome. Yes, welcome to the Big Time Show podcast. This is a great day. Great day. Or could it be a great day? We're going to talk about it, you know. Oh, welcome on this Monday at 7 o'clock, which obviously means 7 o'clock Monday night. It means that it is time for the Big Time Show podcast. That is being seen and heard live right now on Facebook, on the Big Time Show page, as well as being seen now live on my personal page. It's about where there it is. It is there. So sharing it now. I hope that you would share it as well. Forgive me, but I'm sharing it in a lot of different places tonight. I'm actually going on trying to see how I can go live on another platform as well. Maybe you guys know about it, Reddit. You know, I'm just trying, but I promise you I'm gonna get to this in just a second. Hope you guys come hang with your boy tonight. Hope that you guys are doing well. I know why y'all here. Most of y'all, some of you guys are here. We already know what we're gonna talk about tonight. We have a reason to talk on this evening. We got something to celebrate, no doubt about it. You know, we got something to celebrate. You guys know that. The haters today are extremely quiet on tonight because they know what today happened. There's a lot of them that gritted their teeth when they heard the news of great Zach Martin signing, as we knew he would. It's no surprise. If you've been listening to this show, it was not a matter of if, it was just a matter of when. I had total confidence that he was signed. I'll get into, you know, the real thing that I want to talk about tonight. But I hope that you guys are signed. Listen, let me finish up on that. I'm on Podbean as well. Welcome to those that are on Podbean now. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you to those that are watching, I guess, on the Sports Empire network page and my Twitch page, my YouTube page. If you're on my Facebook page, you can contribute by the stars that you see there Also, if you're on my YouTube page, the Big Time Show YouTube page, you can join by using the stars there if you feel like contributing to the podcast. It's really just that simple. I want to share this with people tonight. I'm still sharing with this. I'm going to speak to everybody in just a second. I promise you I'm not avoiding you. I'm just trying to get this all out of the way before we crank this thing up. I got one more I'm trying to share this with. I'm trying to, this will be my first time trying to go to the Reddit thing, okay? Which I look like I don't know what I'm doing. I heard you can get a lot of, I guess you get a lot of publicity here. I don't know, so I'm trying. I think I'm trying to do that. It looks like I don't know what I'm doing. So let me get to it, y'all. I know y'all are waiting. Y'all know I'm coming. Just because I'm gonna carry y'all to a place y'all wouldn't expect tonight. I'm just gonna go and tell you that now. I definitely have a reason to. It's not gonna be what you think either. I can promise you that. What is this? I don't know what I'm doing. I'll get to Reddit when I can. Get it. All right. Forget it. Let me speak to everybody. Look at all these comments, all these haters. Mo. Let me see who in here. East Martin. Here go Eastside Harold. This is one of the haters that I'm talking about. See, the haters, they sick because, see, they talked about and stuff. Now with Zach Martin not there. Zach Martin. Now Zach Martin here. Now here come people like this. Look right here. Look at Eastside. See what I'm saying? Right here. See what I'm talking about? Hey, Shane. D. Kush. David, what's up? Mo, Big Mo, what's up? Big Mo. Terry with a super chat already. Let me get his super chat. I apologize. He say they saw the bombs, play offensive line, and did just what I said. They caved and paid Zach Martin. Thanks for that super chat, Terry. Let's see who else is in here. Coach Dante, what's up? Kyle, what's up? JD. Isaiah, what's up? I see y'all, some of my family, my good people that have been with me for a while. Let's talk real quick. All right, we all know what happened today. Zach Martin signed with, it was already signed. Let's get that straight. His deal was, of course, restructured. 2 years, $36 million, $18 million per year. Jump from 13, I believe it was, 13 to $18 million. He has a $5 million raise. I believe he's going to be all right. I would not be surprised because he had lost $1 million, I believe, dollars in salary because of his holdout. I may be wrong on that, but I think I thought that's. But regardless, I believe that probably was in the contract negotiation. We got it all back. Fine is there, already been paid, or whatever, held out. I believe that he got that back in that signing. The bottom line is, ladies and gentlemen, Zach Martin is back. We all know what he means to the team. We all know what it'll look like without him. It is a no-brainer that we need him. It's a no-brainer. His resume speaks for itself. He's a walking Hall of Famer. There's no question about that. If he retires today, he will be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He still got juice in the tank. He's only 32 years old. He's probably, he's all pro. 6-time first team all pro. I think an 8-time Pro Bowler. What else do you want? But most importantly, guys like him are different. You don't find Zach Martins on, you don't find guys like that every year. He's different. As I said, when you start talking about, everybody say that making the NFL is, the 1% brain. Okay. Well, when we start talking about Hall of Fame type players, then it shrinks even more. This dude is the truth. Is no question about it. The haters know it. Cowboy fans know it. We are a better football team today than we were on yesterday. That's the bottom line. When you bring in a Zach Martin on your football team, you're better. Cowboys did not have them all training camp. They weren't a good team. They weren't the best that they could be, at least. Now, when you add this piece to the puzzle, you automatically become better. As Perry said in his super chat, what we did see in the first preseason game was that our quarterbacks hit the ground. When you break down the tape, and for those that have watched the all 22, you'll notice that a lot of the pressures, a lot of the sacks came from the right side of the offensive line. Now, you can't really go off on that because it's a puzzle that's really not complete. What I mean by that is we didn't have our starters in. However, on the flip side of it is because the Cowboys are, especially some of our linemen, are traditionally injured all the time, then you need to see what your depth is. You need to see what your backups are. And just from the first preseason game, as Terry said, you had to do something. Hey, Cassie, what's going on? I'm glad you popped in. Appreciate you. It just based off of what we saw from the first preseason game, y'all, it's no question that something had to be done. And what, I believe part of it is what Terry said. Let me put back in his super chat here, because there's a lot of truth in what he said. Terry said they saw the bums play offensive line, and he said they did just what I said. They caved and paid Zach Martin. You see, I appreciate everybody popping in. Hey, those that are popping in, go ahead and share if you don't mind. Hit that like button for me as well. Thank you so much. Keep the chat. I see all the comments going. I'm trying to get as many as I can. But don't leave, because I got a serious discussion that we need to have. Okay, we gotta talk. Remember, on this show, we gotta talk things out. We don't get past the cloud and the ecstasy of Zach Martin getting fired. Okay, we there. I'm still on the cloud. I'm finna come down in a minute. Based off of what we saw just in the first preseason game, look, it ain't gonna be Dak Prescott. Cause see, after what I saw, I had already said Dak Prescott don't need to play the preseason. I'll just take my chances. He's going against one of the top defenses in the whole NFL every day in practice. If that don't get you ready, nothing else will. See what I'm saying? So let's not worry about Dak just necessarily. He's getting his work. He's getting his work. He's not gonna get hit anyway. As far as he can get pressure, but he can't get hit. His first hits are gonna be against the New York Giants. Everybody knows that. Based off what the line looked like against Jacksonville the other night, he definitely don't need to play. Okay, it's really that simple. Now, Zach is needed. He put out a tweet today. Those that follow him on Twitter said that can work. We are better. But here's where I come down off the platform. Right? This is where are you playing? Okay, you can't. Oh, you hear me now? Hear me now? You know you can. Y'all can hear me, right? Put your head back. You know if you can hear me. Waiting on you. I'm about to type it in. Yes. Oh. Y'all hear me. Y'all hear me. And you hear me. Barely, you said. Can you hear me? It's better. Everybody hear me. Talk to me because I turn this thing up where I'll blow y'all ears off. Let me know. Terry, okay. I can hear you. Okay, so I'm gonna roll with that. Okay. Going in and out. Okay, hey, Coach Bree Love, what's up, man? What's up, man? It's 3 minutes. Thank you. I can handle that. You handle that. That's better. I already know that's better. I took care of that. Before I go in on my rant now, I need to make sure everything right. I don't know what's going on. Okay, Demetrius, you good? Y'all can hear me good. Music was louder than me. I was Key Kush. I should be good now. Everybody give me one more time before I move on. Because I'll cut the music off if I need to. Matter of fact, let me just turn it down. All right. Right now here, we good. All right, everybody, I'm good. Everybody say I'm good. All right, let's roll. All right. I'm coming down off the cloud now. All right, yay. Zach Martin is paid. We good. All right. We're happy. We're a better team. No question about it. Now let's come down to reality. Y'all ready? And I got all that introduction out of the way about Zach. Is there anything else? Let me ask these couple questions that I saw here. I want to be fair. I saw somebody asking about the thoughts about Deuce Vaughn before I go into Zach. Deuce Vaughn has done what he always has done since, people just don't understand. Deuce, that was Key that asked that. Deuce was a 2-time All-American at Kansas State, which means if he's a 2-time All-American, he's one of the better backs in the country. And we all seen how he carved up Alabama, and I guess that's what really gave everybody credit, but he's been carving up the Big 12 his whole life. He's special. He is. He's special. He's tough. He runs the ball extremely hard. He has breakaway speed. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not calling him this. But I see this. He's Barry Sanders-ish. Barry Sanders-ish in his way that he can elude tackles. I'm not saying he's Barry, I'm not saying he's gonna be Barry, because y'all know people like Eastside Harold here just take that and try to run with it. He's elusive. He's that. However, there is a downside to him. And even though he has great heart, he has great skills, the problem with him is he is too small. He cannot block. Guys are just too big. He can't take on a defensive end. He can't take on a blitzing linebacker. They're just gonna bowl him over. That is going to be his only downside. But here's the thing: people saying, well, if he can't block, he can't be in the game. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Because as a defensive coordinator, if you have Deuce Vaughn in on 3rd down and 7, let's just say 3rd and 7, well, we all know he can't block. Effectively, he can get in front of somebody, but 9 times out of 10, he's gonna get ran over. Okay. But if he's in the game at 3rd and 7, that's one blitz. It's one person on defense that won't be blitzing, because you got to account for him. Because if he's not blocking, we all know then he's coming out the backfield. He's coming out the backfield on a passing route. That's what we saw against Jacksonville. Little Texas arrow route, or the arrow route, where he comes in, sets up the linebacker, and then goes in kind of like a slant or a little small little post. However you want to do it. It's called an arrow route. He can kill you that way. That's what he represents. So one way you may call him as a negative, but the other way I'm looking at it as a positive. If I'm a defensive coordinator and I see Deuce Vaughn now on a 3rd and 7, I can't send the house, because all that gonna do is think up and throw a swing pass, and 9 times out of 10, that's man on man with Deuce against a safety, a Deuce against a corner, Deuce against a linebacker, and I'm taking my chance with Deuce. So there are some advantages, even though he can't block or block effectively. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Deuce is the truth. Now, as far as his running goes, ladies and gentlemen, look, he's done what he's always has done. I mean, most of y'all saw that Twitter where they slowed up how he just did the Bear Sanders just elusiveness. I mean, it ain't too many guys that got that type of start and stop. It's different. That's God given. See, that's God given. That's all I'm saying. See, this is what I'm talking about. See, East Side right there. See what I'm saying, y'all? You see what I'm saying? Nobody ain't say he had a gold jacket. We just highlighting the skill set and his negatives, East Side. But we're gonna let you just talk, because you always gonna try to shoot it down. Worry about your Texans. That's what you need. But anyway, nobody ain't say nothing about no gold jacket. We said he has different type of a skill set. He does. He has a different type of skill set that has carried him to being a 2-time All-American in Kansas State in the Big 12 Conference, Offensive Player of the Year in there, and he's a rookie. So that's all we got right now. His skill set will translate. Now, the real question is what the Cowboy fans, and I said it on the last show before I go into the Zach Martin thing in depth. Should he be the number 2 running back? Well, here's my opinion. Whoever was number 2 coming into the Jacksonville game, I don't see how they are still number 2 and Deuce didn't take over. I think Deuce passed Malik Davis, and I ain't worried about I'm not worried about Jones, because Jones probably won't play. He's still hurt. But I also believe that he took over Now, we got to be fair. Other than the fumble from Rico played well. Other than the fumble now. Other than that fumble. Even on the play that he fumbled, did y'all see how he broke away? And he just caught a simple pass and just broke away. I mean, that was speed. He's thick. He's not, Derrick Henry type thick. I'm just saying he's a big guy. Big enough guy that when you hit him, he gonna fall forward. Which is what we loved about Zeke. Now, hold up. I'm not saying Rico is Zeke Elliott. See this for Eastside because he'll take anything and try to roll with it. I'm not saying Rico is Zeke Elliott at all. I'm just saying he can run and fall forward. He likes contact. He can run through contact. He has speed and he can block. Can't hear me. What is going on here? Brian, what is going on here? Can everybody else hear me? I don't know what's going on. Can everybody else hear me? Everybody else hear me? Going in and out. That's Brian saying that. Everybody else talk to me. Everybody else talk to me. Am I going in and out, y'all? Let me change all this. Y'all getting on my nerves with that. Brian, I don't know what's going on, man. I hope it's just you can hear me. Coach, that means Coach, yes. I hope this is better here. I'm trying to fix it. So I'm gonna keep talking unless everybody. Yeah, Rico looks good. Other than the fumble, Rico looked good. Okay. However, in my view, I think that Deuce passed Rico. That's just me. That's me. You may think something different. It really all depends on what you're looking for. Rico, look good. Though, as for now, it's no question that Deuce Vaughn was the best running back. We know that. The question is, what he gonna look like Seattle if he plays? That's another thing we got to start looking out for. If they value him like that, then when do you put the brakes on him? I'm just saying, everybody ain't gonna play all four. I don't like what's going on. Metris says there's an in and out shortage going on. That should be better. I should be good now. I better be good. All right. Talk to me again. I don't know what's going on. What's up, Chris? I see you. Metris, let me know. Am I good now? Everybody? Brian, you were right. Oh, Bruce Harper. Hey, Bruce. Bruce, I don't know you, sir. How did you get to my show? Bruce? How did you get to my show? Was it recommended? Are you following me? I mean, have you subscribed to my channel? Okay, Brian, I got you. I'm interested in Bruce before I move. I want everybody welcome Bruce. I've never seen him. Bruce, welcome to the show, man. Big time show. I'm your great host. I come to it from Coach D. Who is Coach D? What's up, Bruce? Okay. What's up, everybody? Welcome Bruce to the show, man. I don't know who Coach D is, Bruce. Can you explain that to me real quick? I don't know who that is. What's up? What's up, Chris? Chris, yes, sir. He is back. Let me ask you a question to that. So yes, Deuce, I feel like it's moved up. All right. I want to go ahead and say this real quick since it was brought up. Two big dominoes fell as well. Dalvin Cook signed with the Jets. All right. then I'm still waiting on you, Bruce. I don't know who Coach D is. I need to know who that is. Dalvin Cook signed with the Jets. Then, of course, Ezekiel Elliott reported he signed it with the New England Patriots. To answer the question, why did we let him go? Because obviously we feel like, at least they feel like he's not that guy. Coach Dante, okay, I got you. All right, got you, Bruce. I appreciate you. I appreciate Coach Dante from suggesting you to me. Going out again? Oh, Lord have mercy. What is going on here? All right, Coach. I saw you. I saw what you said. I got to see what's going on here. Let me fix my stuff. Y'all talk to me. Let me know. What's going on? It shouldn't be my card. I see what you're saying, but I don't know. Just making sure I'm plugged up everywhere. Noticing something here. I think I'm good. Y'all talk to me. I'm just gonna turn this music off. We're gonna have to deal with just my voice today. All right. I don't know if that did it, but we're gonna roll with this. All right. So Zeke signed there. Zeke, we don't feel like most of us fans feel like Zeke is not that guy anymore. Appreciate you, Bruce. All right, maybe that's what it was. We don't feel like Zeke is that guy at all. I got you, because maybe it was the music part. Got you. So, and it's obvious that the organization didn't feel Zeke is there. Maybe they feel like I feel like that they feel like he's not the guy that he once was, and they figure that they can get younger there. And essentially, I believe that part of them believe that they can get even more dangerous in the running back position. That's what I think. I may be 100% wrong, but it's obvious that and then of course Zeke, the what he was getting paid, they were not going to pay him that type of money again. Hey Rod, I appreciate you. I'm seeing a lot of new people in here, and I'm just wondering where y'all coming from. But I appreciate it. Rod, hey, I don't think I've never seen you here, and if I have, I apologize. But everybody, welcome Rod to the Rod Uncensored Media. I don't know who you are. Okay, he obviously has a podcast, as y'all can see there. Rod, how did you get to me? I'd just like to know. But I appreciate you popping in. Everybody say hello to Rod as he comes in the building. What's going on? Hope that you subscribe to the show. I don't know what's going on. It's football season. I knew the show was going to grow a little bit more when football season started, but here we go. Hey, Rod, hang on for me, because I'm going to go deep in a minute. I'm going to go deep. Y'all, I'm telling you, I'm going to go deep. Zeke is going to be good with the Patriots because he's a nice number 2 for Stevenson. Yeah, I see Talib. I'm trying, man. Rod from Rod. Then I do know who you are. Rod from Sports Empire. And that's one of my guys. I appreciate you popping in on me, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. I appreciate you for popping in on me. I just didn't notice your sign there. Okay. So he's not he's gonna be a good number 2 for Stevenson in New England. I really believe that they can stay somewhat healthy. New England is gonna run the ball like crazy this year, which is gonna be a good thing. I kind of figured that if you look at the AFC East, the Patriots have already kind of shown you what their game plan is gonna be. You got the high-powered Miami Dolphins. You got the high-powered New York Jets. You got the high-powered Buffalo Bills. It's obvious what the Patriots are about to do. They're about to try to slow the game down, and they're going to try to beat you up. And they got 2 good runs. It depends on how Zeke lasts. But if Zeke can last pretty good, that's going to be a nice little 1-2 punch. They're going to try to slow the game down. So they're going to run the ball like crazy. That's what it's getting ready to happen. I have no question about that. Pretty good strategy. Since they really have no number one wide receiver, they really just gonna try to grind this thing out. That's what Zeke wants. Fits better. Um, you know, the difference is kind of like what Shane just said. Depending on how Zeke feels his body. I mean, you ain't playing in Dallas no more. It's cold in Boston. He'll be glad to go play Miami later on down the road if the game is in Miami in November or December. He'll be glad to go to Miami. But when he go to Buffalo in November and December, okay, we're gonna find out. You see what I'm saying? You gotta, oh Jesus, you gotta figure out what's going on here. All right. So that's the it on that. Now let's go back to Zach Martin, because while we are all happy, I need you guys to hang on with me here. We about to go deep now. It's just my thoughts, but we need to go deep. I need you to share it too. If you haven't shared, I need you to share it down, because we about to go a little crazy here. We celebrating Zach Martin coming back. We know we need him. We know we need him. All this talk about Super Bowl run was not going to be with us in the conversation without Zach Martin. He's that important to this team. In my opinion, when we say who are the best Dallas Cowboy members, who are the best Dallas Cowboys on this team, rank them. Zach Martin probably is going to be in your top 3 on everybody's list. It's like I said, hey, offensively and defensively, name the top 5 Dallas Cowboys. I'm not asking y'all to do that now. I'm just saying, if you name him, everybody's list probably will have Zach Martin on it. If you don't, something's wrong with you. Some will even have him probably number 1, actually. Well, let me take that back. Definitely number 2. Without a doubt. I'm seeing all these Cowboy haters coming I ain't never seen before. Ken James, hey man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I don't know how you got in here and how you found me. Hey Ken, do me a favor. I know you're not a Cowboy fan. I can tell by your comment. That's fine. How you get to this show? How? Have you subscribed to my channel, or how did you get to it? Or are you just searching Cowboy stuff and just trying to kill it? I'm just trying to appreciate you. I'm just trying to see how you got to the show. Was this show recommended? I don't think one of my hashtags was NFC East, but let me know. Let me know real quick, Ken. I appreciate you popping by. I ain't gonna shoot you down because you're an Eagle fan, at least not this week. But I appreciate you just coming in and for that. I don't know who that is. Ken, let me know. How did you get in here, or how did my show get to you? All right. I know I keep breaking my thought, y'all, but I'm coming. I promise you. I'd be happy to see new people come in. Let me get to it now. Do it matter? Oh, okay. Well, you one of them guys. Okay. Okay. No, it don't matter. I was just asking because I like to know how YouTube works. I'm still learning. That's all. But do it matter? No, it really don't matter. But you keep commenting away. Let me get to my point. Uh, you got a tag team partner here too, Eastside Harold. I'll let y'all 2 haters get together and y'all do what y'all do. All right. Here's my thing about Zach Martin. Why we celebrating? Why we happy? We glad. We know we need him. He's here. All right. Now let's talk for real. Here's the bottom line. Zach Martin skipped the line, y'all. All that hard talk from Jerry Jones, he caved in. And the bottom line is Zach Martin was under contract for the next 2 years. He was under contract. It wasn't like he was a free agent. He was under contract, and Zach poked his mouth out, and he skipped the line. He wasn't even in the conversation for people that needed to be taken care of at the beginning of training camp. Those are facts. When they was trying to figure out who they have to pay, Zach Martin's name was not on the list. If you remember, the names on the list was Trayvon Diggs, CeeDee Lamb. There was talk about doing Dak Prescott. There was talk about doing Terrence Steele. Those are the names that came up. Donovan Wilson's name came up. Malik Hooker's name was not on the list, but he got paid. I just named about 5 or 6 folks who we all know that their names came up consistently. I'm sorry. Zach Martin's name wasn't on the list. And although we are happy he got paid, we are happy that he'll be in camp probably tomorrow, whatever the case may be. Even though we're glad we got the security in knowing that in week 1, Zach Martin will be lined up, barring injury, of course. He will be lined up against the Giants, which is what we all wanted. We got that. However, the truth of the matter is he skipped over CeeDee Lamb. He skipped over Terrence Steele. Dak Prescott has not gotten his extension yet, which we all know he would. Matrix, exactly my point. When they asked Jerry Jones about Zach Martin, he took the hard stand and said, hey, we got to pay Michael Parsons. Even though it ain't nowhere, we think we're about 2 years off before we got to deal with Parsons. But CeeDee Lamb has not gotten paid yet. Although we're happy, there's a bigger picture here. So what happened, y'all? Zach Martin, a company guy, a person that's never given the Dallas Cowboys any type of problems, not really, decided to say, hey, I ain't coming. I'm the ninth highest paid guard in the league. It shouldn't be that way. I agree. I'm good with it. I understand. He's been an all-pro just about every year. He's considered to be one of the top 2 or 3 best guards in the whole league. I don't think he's the number 1 guard anymore. I think that kid in Indianapolis is Quentin Nelson. I think he's the best guard in the league. Quentin Nelson is. But Zach is still there. He may be 2 or 3. But I believe that that's exactly what happened. And he skipped the line, y'all. I don't care how y'all dress it up. I know Josh Ball look horrible. I know the backups look bad and all that. But from a team building perspective, he skipped the line. Why is that important? Because CeeDee Lamb has not gotten paid. And if you're not giving him the extension, CeeDee Lamb is under contract as well for the next 2 years. Same as Zach Martin. What if CeeDee Lamb goes out and has another all-pro year like he had last year? He was voted second team all-pro, not Pro Bowler, all-pro. What if CeeDee Lamb puts another all-pro year together and they haven't given him an extension? And when training camp come around, CeeDee Lamb says, I'm not coming. I mean, he's under contract, just like Zach Martin was. Same 2 years left on the deal. It's time for CD to get paid because he's playing on his rookie contract still. It's time for him to get paid. What if he puts 2 all-pro seasons on his resume? And all of a sudden, he comes down and say, "Hey, I'm not coming." And Jerry, of course, gonna say, "Hey, he's on the contract." Well, that ain't gonna work now. You see what I'm saying? Because you didn't follow, you didn't stand your ground with Zach. See, I believe that Zach was coming back regardless. I'm not saying you shouldn't have paid him. I was saying you should be strategic on when you pay him. See, there's the last preseason game, and then right after the last preseason game, there's 2 weeks before game one happens. I thought that would be the time that we should, go ahead and get him done. I believe he's gonna get done anyway, but I believe you was going to have to you get him done then. Zach don't need time to get ready. Guy like him is all right. If you seen his Twitter, he looks smaller to me, but he looks quick. Um, and the guys like him don't need but a week, really, to get going. I'm just saying he has the playbook, so he already knows the playbook. He knows the plays. He don't need time. All he needs is just good. So what is going to happen if CD have another big year? And he say I'm holding out too. It worked for Zach Martin. Why can't it work for me? And I don't want to hear a word. I need all y'all folks that's saying Zach deserve to get it and all that. I need y'all to say the same thing about CD when this come up again. Cause it's coming. Because please understand, all the players on the team were paying attention. They were paying attention. And so now we got a new system in Dallas. Poke your mouth out. You got to have something to stand on now. You just can't poke your mouth out and you bench player. They don't care nothing about that. You gotta really be a killer to do what Zach Martin did. I'm saying CD Lamb is on, not completely on the level, but he ain't too far. If he have another big year, we got a Demetrius. Are you kidding me? I got 16 in the chat and only 2 likes. Oh no, we can't do that, y'all. Everybody right now, if you don't mind, hit that like button. Ain't gonna cost you but a second. Do it real quick for me. Y'all don't understand. That helps me. That helps my show go out more. It helps us get more people in to join the family and all that kind of stuff. Do that for me if you don't mind. Just hit that like button. If you like me, hit the if you like what I'm saying or whatever, just hit the like button. Do that for me. All right. So I'm saying you when CD does it, I don't want to hear nobody mouth now. Cause see, a lot of y'all saying, "Hey, just get it, Zach. Get it." Okay. It's more coming behind it. I'm going for the gusto. But what if Terrence Steele decides to sit down? And please don't say, "Hey, well, we can go get another Terrence Steele." That's the wrong attitude. That's the wrong attitude. Terrence Steele is not a jabroni. Okay. JD is spitting a lot of facts in the chat, whether y'all know it or not. I'm just saying the system has been birthed now because of Zach Martin and the response of the Jones family. Let me throw the real wild card out, even though it's not time for it yet. I'm just saying. Michael Parsons has been an all pro every year since he walked into the league. He's a rookie defensive player of the year. He's a first team all pro every year he's been in the league as a rookie, as a second year player, Now he comes up now as a third-year player. Pretty impressive resume starting your career off. Let me throw this in. It is predicted by many that Michael Parsons will be the NFL Defensive Player of the Year this year. There's a lot of people that believe that, myself included. So if that is the case, in his first 3 years, this is what's going to happen. That means that he will be a rookie defensive player of the year, his rookie year, first team all pro, rookie year. Second year, of course, every year Pro Bowler. So Pro Bowl every year. First team all pro in his second year. Runner up to the NFL Defensive Player of the Year, voted in second place. His now, if he adds an MVP, which would be NFL Defensive Player of the Year, it's gonna be hard for him. Some folks saying he ought to be the NFL total MVP. That's just too hard with the great quarterbacks that's in the league. It's gonna be too hard for a defensive player to ever win the MVP award again. I think Lawrence Taylor was the only one. And that was a total different era. But I don't think that will never happen again. Hey Terry, let me get it. Terry said, I don't feel nothing for a billionaire. Just pay me. I've seen other teams manage the cap. Now Steven pay me. Okay, I got you, Terry. And you make sense there. But if he adds the MVP on defense, keep in mind Dak ain't got his extension yet. Okay. Sooner or later, all this gonna happen like a domino. What if Michael Parsons saying, look, in my first 3 years, ain't nobody in history ever done what I did in history. In the history of this league, nobody has the resume that I may have, maybe with the exception of Lawrence Taylor. That may be about it. I'm serious. Matter of fact, y'all, I ain't even thought about it. I'm finna look that up now. I would love to see Lawrence Taylor's first 3 years, which of course is going to be incredible. I want to see this. Y'all forgive me. I just want to see it. I'm why I'm thinking about it. I just want to see his stats. Lawrence Taylor resume just ridiculous. Just Lord Jesus, this is just crazy, man. I mean, this dude here. Good Lord. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna pull it. I gotta let y'all see this. I'm sorry. I don't want to lose my train of thought, but I got to let y'all see this. I got to let y'all see this. Hey, Coach Ma. Yeah, he is. JD is absolutely correct. Let me show y'all this. I got to show y'all this. Let's look at this together. All right. You guys see this is 1981, 1980 through 83. That's all we're going to look at. That's all we're going to look at. All right. Let's look at 81. So as you can see, let me get to it so y'all can see this. So these are the games. The G is games. Games started here. He had 1 interception. This is his rookie year. 1 forced fumble. He had 9 sacks. He was the AP Defensive Rookie of the Year, like Parsons was. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player Rookie of the Year, AP1. That means he was first team All Pro in the Pro Bowl, all in his rookie year. Second year, defensive player. He was Defensive Player of the Year. Oh Lord Jesus. I'm saying his rookie year, he was defensive rookie of the year. He was defensive player of the year. AP first team all pro bowl. I mean, you don't get too much better than that. That's incredible. 82 defensive player of the year. So that's two time. First team Pro Bowl. Uh, his third year, he was fourth in 83 in the voting for defensive player of the year. Again, first team all Pro Bowler. So in his first 3 years, he was defensive rookie of the year like Michael was. He was already defensive player of the year in his first year. He was defensive player of the year in his second year. And then he was fourth in the voting for defensive player of the year, but he was first team all pro all 3 years, obviously Pro Bowl all 3 years. Michael Parsons, the only thing that's missing here, and we got to get through this whole third year, but let's just do 2 years then. I'm sorry. So the only thing that is missing from Michael Parsons and Lawrence Taylor was the rookie of the year and defensive player of the year in his rookie year. That's the only thing. The only thing that he has that Michael doesn't. He was the player of the year defensively. That's the only thing missing from. And if it wasn't for that, they'll have the same resume. That's incredible, man. I ain't even got to 86, which he was the MVP of the whole league. I mean, let's go to 86. Y'all see that. The MVP of the whole league. Now, keep in mind, Montana was playing. You know what I'm saying? Marino was playing. And I mean, come on now. This is ridiculous. 20.5 sacks. He was the MVP of the entire NFL in the 86. I mean, this dude is just sickening. Micah's on this path here. He is, y'all. He's on this path. Okay? He's on this path. If he throws in a defensive player of the year, I don't think we got to worry about first team all pro. He will be a first team all pro if he's not injured. We all know that. All right. If he's a first team all pro, I'm just trying to say, Michael Parsons will have the right to poke his mouth out. That's what I'm trying to get to. And everybody in this chat gonna be saying, well, Michael deserved it. Michael deserved it. But he gonna have years left on his contract. Okay. Okay. I'm just saying. Now I know we gonna pay Mike because you ain't gonna let him go out the door. He's gonna be a Cowboy for life, probably. You know what I'm saying? Unless something real crazy happen. He's gonna probably be a Cowboy for a long period of time. But what happens if Michael Parsons poke his mouth out like Zach Martin did? And I know the contract is, there's a certain time when he can start talking, but Michael Parsons, man, look, if he throw in another crazy year again, because the precedence has been set. If you got enough power, or your play is exemplary, or you're a great player, you can do what Zach did. I'm telling y'all, we got a few players on this team that can do the same thing. And since Jerry folded a little earlier than I thought he would, then the same guys who have paid attention to this on this team, and they know their time is coming. Please understand, this might be a card that's in their hand to do it the Zach Martin way, because it worked. It worked. I know y'all saying, well, the offensive line look horrible. The offensive line look horrible, and they had to pay Zach and all that. I ain't even talking about that. I'm just talking about the bottom line. Zach Martin skipped the line. Zach Martin poked his mouth out. Zach Martin didn't fold. He stood his ground. Jerry came out and stood his ground, saying, hey, we ain't doing all this. And when the time came, they should have waited just a little bit longer, in my view. We didn't want to go in week one without him. I'm saying he would get paid, but not right now. That's just me. That's just me. I understand. It don't take long for him to get ready. You got 2 weeks before. You got 2 weeks in between the last preseason game and game one against the Giants. You got 2 weeks. That is plenty of time. That is plenty of time for him to get ready. Coach Marv, I see him say, Big, I love this show and I understand the topic because it's hot. But we as Cowboy fans need to focus on the now, because if we don't win now today, this season, why we should care who gets paid. I agree, Coach. I was about to get to that in just a little bit. What you're talking about. I'm just still talking about it sets the precedence now that Jerry will fold if you poke your mouth out and if you got enough in your resume that they know they have to have you. Michael Parsons is going to be one of those type. CeeDee Lamb is right about there as well. Don't be surprised if this play comes up again. That's all I'm telling you. Now we ain't gonna have to practice this now. We're gonna have a whole 17 weeks. We ain't gonna even think about this. But trust me, this gonna come up again. And all of y'all that's saying that Zach Martin should have got paid, and again, I agree. But please understand, with somebody, I don't want to hear nothing about why is he crying? He got 2 or 3 years under the contract. No, y'all didn't say that about Zach Martin. Now. So don't say that when it comes up again. It's coming up again. It's coming up again. I think Jerry made a mistake. I think it was too early. That's me. Y'all may think he's supposed to have paid him 3 weeks ago. Okay, that's fine. All right. Now, I said all that, and hey, I appreciate everybody on Podbean. Thank y'all for popping in. Appreciate Coach and for the super chat, and Terry as well. Now, here we go. With Zach Martin getting paid, Coach, you in my notes. Coach Marv is all in my notes. This is what I'm closing out with. With Zach Martin getting paid, with the incredible addition, and this is of defensive talent that came here, of which we all think that this defense should be, so I'm saying top 5, but there's a lot of folks that saying the Cowboys might be the best defense in the league this year. I'm not going to even doubt that. I think they have the capability to do just that. When you add a Stephon Gilmore to this team, you know, if he's anything like what he is, look, I don't think there's a better secondary in the entire NFL than the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm including safeties and corners combined. There is not a better secondary in the league than the Dallas Cowboys. The Miami Dolphins with Ramsey and Howard as the corners are real good. But their safeties don't compare to our safeties. You might can argue about a 1-2 cornerback, tandem that's better than Gilmore and Diggs, but I'm gonna tell you, it ain't too many. I mean, come on now. It's not too many. It is not. But overall, secondary safeties and corners, there's not a better secondary in the NFL than the Dallas Cowboys. And I'm not saying it because I'm a Cowboy fan. It's just obvious. When you throw in Malik Hooker, Donovan Wilson, Curse, Israel, I mean, good Lord. I ain't talked about Bland. I mean, when you throw all that in, and here's another one. If we get anything from Jordan Lewis, oh my God. Oh my God. This is not fair. This is not fair. I ain't even talked about the pass rush yet. I mean, when you have this type of defense, potentially, what I'm thinking is going to be. Now you go to the offensive side and having Brandon Cooks there, just from his speed alone, that is going to take a top off of defense. You still got Lamb. If Gallup is anything, like if he's back, ladies and gentlemen, look, everybody don't talk about it, but with Zach Martin come back, do y'all realize that we have 3 Pro Bowl linemen on our team now? Everybody forgot Tyler Biadasz made the Pro Bowl last year. Everybody forgot that. I believe that Tyler Smith has got a good shot this year. He was trending that way last year. Terrence Steele, before he got hurt, everybody said that Terrence Steele was one of the better right tackles in the league. But as of right now, I got 3 Pro Bowlers on the league, on our line. Running backs, we still may have a little slight question mark here or there. Kelvin Joseph ain't cut yet, Terry. No, he's still with us. I don't think he's going anywhere because he's pretty good in special teams. That alone will keep you on the team. So Kelvin is one of our better special team players. So I don't think he's going anywhere anyway. I mean, running backs, a little slight position, but I believe some of those questions are being answered just from the first game. It's going to get better. And while everybody been crying about Zeke, well, that dream gone now. Y'all can let that go. He gone now. All right. So we gonna be all right. Pollard hadn't played yet. We know what he brings to the table. I'm not surprised by Deuce at all. Rico, other than the fumble, Rico played pretty good. I'm just saying. And then, of course, we got Dak. And right then and there, that's where the nation is divided. I'll let y'all stay divided. I'm saying all that to say this. There are no more excuses. There are none. The Dallas Cowboys, in their own way, have went all in. See, when we say all in, most people talking about who you gonna sign free agent wise. Cowboys did it a different way. They did it through trades. Same results. If they would have been free agents and we signed them, that you would say, oh yeah, we're all in. The Cowboys went all in. Really by trades. They're all in this year. This has got to be. I don't know. Hey, Greg, I see you. Appreciate you popping in. I don't remember a more complete team. Both sides of the ball, even special teams, throw that in. I know Turpin fumbled the ball, but ladies and gentlemen, he is a Pro Bowl kick returner. So, I mean, he'll get another chance. Trust me. And Shane, I see what you're saying because again, field goal kicker. That might be the weakest spot on the team right now. That's it. Even though he missed the extra point. They refused to go get a veteran, at least as of now. So they're gonna roll with him. I'm just telling y'all, this is it. If all we bring to the table is a wild card appearance or a wild card win, and that's it, that ain't gonna be good enough. That's a failure. If we win, it took a special year by the Eagles last year to keep us from the winning the division. I mean, we won 12 games, 12-4, or 12-4. Excuse me, 12-5 usually win your division. 12-5 usually wins your division. Philadelphia had to have a special year to keep us there, put us in the wild card on the road. 12 wins possibly gets you home field advantage, as a matter of fact. That's what it usually does. It usually does that. That's how special of a year Philadelphia had. It put us, not only we didn't win the division, but it put us on the road while winning 12 games on the road for a playoff game against Tampa Bay. 12 wins usually get you 2 home playoff games at least. We didn't have a chance. We were on the road from the beginning. I mean, wild card. Cowboys can't just give us a wild card win this year. They can't. They really can't. They can't. What matter of fact, now I ask y'all in here, before I close it up and open up the lines. Let me ask y'all, what would you consider success this year? I'll let y'all do that, and then I'll open up the lines. I'll start it off. I truly believe that this year, to say that we did good, you got to get me to the championship game this year. I know some of y'all gonna say the world famous words, the Super Bowl. I get it. I get it. We got a Super Bowl type on paper now. We ain't played the game yet, but on paper, this roster can compete against anybody. And that includes the world champion Kansas City Chiefs. Let me see. I see Talib. Talib said, you got to get me to the NFC Championship game. Okay. I need to hear some more. What are your expectations? I mean, we got Zach back. I don't think we're going to do anything. E-Kush says at least one playoff win. I can't give it that, E-Kush, because, see, we already did that. See, one playoff win, we've already done that with we've done that. This team a little bit too good now. We've done the one playoff win. We did that last year. You can't do the same thing that you did last year. You just remain neutral. No, we can't go neutral. This team is locked and ready to go. This team has to do it. If you ain't gonna do it now, you got to do it. Terry agrees with Talib. NFC Championship game or bust. I need to hear some more before I open it up. I need to hear some more. Greg says a Super Bowl appearance. That's what he would consider to be a success. JD, if our O-line plays above average, we stay away from major injuries. JD going for the home run. JD say he expect to be in the Super Bowl this year. So far, all I've seen is NFC Championship game. Terry says we cannot fall short of NFC Championship game. Shane says it's Super Bowl or bust. Anything less is a failure. You don't want it to come down to a kicker or come up short because of a kicker. So all I'm saying primarily is NFC Championship game or Super Bowl. I'm saying that an NFC Championship game appearance will categorize as a successful season. My competitiveness in me though, because it's almost like you settling. I ain't no settling type dude. I think this team can do it all. I think they can win it all. And I ain't saying it because I'm just a Cowboy fan. I just think that this defense is going to be too good. And I still believe the Cowboys are going to put up points. I believe that. Yeah. E-Kush says, in all honesty, I think we end up with injuries and miss the playoffs altogether. We are playing it close to the vest to make a realistic run. Can't be done. It all depends on what the injuries are and how long they are. You're talking about season-ending injuries, E-Kush, depending on who it is, then I get it. But if a guy gets hurt in week 4 and is able to come back in week 7 or 8 and come back effectively, then we're good. It just depends. And you're right. It all depends on who it is that gets hurt. Greg says, I expect the Cowboys to have the number 1 seed with this defense and a much better offense. You got the number 1 defense in the league, and you got maybe the 9th, 8th, or 9th best offense in the league, you're going to win a whole lot of football games. That's just the truth. All right. I was just about to open the line. Coach Mar couldn't take
Coach
no
Mar.
more.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Coach Mar couldn't take no more, so he just called in anyway. He couldn't take no more. So, Coach is, ladies
I'm
and
trying to
gentlemen.
make my rounds to all the shows. So, I got to make my rounds to all the shows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I ain't got no problem with it. What's going on, Coach Mar? You got the dance floor. What's going on?
Hey, man, I was just looking at the mix shot when Nate Newton was on mix shot, and he was talking about his evaluation of the offensive line in the preseason game. And if you check my Twitter out, Coach Mar 1914, I did my little breakdown of the offensive line yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I gave a little synopsis of stock up and stock down of the guys of the offensive line, and well, I got confirmation because me and Nate just we had the exact same thing. Richards looked very good for a guy that they put him in the left tackle where he's been playing left guard all during training camp. But when Chuma Adoko got hurt in training camp, they moved him to the left tackle spot. Did a very good job, and you got to understand, he came out his first rep against the number 1 draft pick in the draft last year.
Mm-hmm.
And he gave up 1 sack, but he ran the guy around the horn, and the quarterback just held the ball and got pressure up the middle, and he backed up so far. It's nothing to a tackle to really do once you run a guy around the horn and you taking 3 or 4 steps to try to secure it. But when the quarterback backs up too far, you're vulnerable to give that sack. But he played well at left guard, and then he moved into left guard. He played well at left guard. My evaluation of Waletzko, a nice game. I'm not saying perfect, a nice game. I didn't see too much from him. I think people think he gave up the sack because he got pushed back, but that came on a blitz where the quarterback was just no. That came when the person that had the worst game, and it is crazy that Pro Football Focus talks about a guy and they be like, oh man, he rated the best lineman, and that's Matt Farniok.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Farniok did a very decent job, and I watched every play. Very decent job. He is a very good guy to get down the field and really punish guys on the second level. He can get down the field.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is, I thought is the same as, and Nate verified this too. He got short arms.
Okay.
And people think short arms is just for long arms is for tackles. No. The shorter your arms, that moves you more to being a better center than to being a guard. And there is 2 plays in that game where he got destroyed. And I'm not saying you can lose a block, but these were back-to-back plays. And I think that was one when Cooper Rush got hit. And I think that's the play that they talking about. Waletzko got pushed back, but no. The inside tackle nailed Cooper Rush because he ran over 20 yards. And then the next play, he ran over 20 yards because he got his hands into his body. And 20 yards may be a better center than he is guard. That's not no disclaimer on him, but physically in the pass blocking, he was getting manhandled. Even Ball looked pretty good to me. Didn't give up too many hiccups. Yes, we expect guys to make some mistakes. Nobody's gonna be perfect. Everybody's gonna lose.
Mm-hmm.
Even the great Zach Martin loses. Because I can tell you, most times he gets the benefit of the doubt because he's Zach Martin. He may lose a rep, and I've seen film. I've watched film where he has lost a rep.
Mm-hmm.
So that happens. So, but on a consistent basis, the center, I'll give him a average grade as well. He had some problems with power a little bit, and he had so. I did think the offensive line did bad because there was a total group of a second string offensive line, and you want those guys to be backups and be able to fill in. I think the work that they got is good to be in live competition, and they'll probably get even better. I think all 5 of those guys that was on that offensive line on Saturday will be on this team. You add Zach Martin. There may be one more spot for a veteran offensive line if Udoka doesn't come back. But Udoka is supposed to have been the guy they had to be a veteran because he had started some games. So they say he got a knee bruise, not a torn knee. So he got a bone bruise. So he should be back. So I don't think the Cowboys are going with what we call a swing tackle this year. They're going with a backup left tackle, backup right tackle.
Okay.
It seems that's what the direction they're going with, of guys having flexibility in there. But I was very impressed by Richard, and he's been impressive in training camp. But he just, you can see he needs some of that peanut butter and get into his man body. But physically, he doesn't get dominated physically. Now, he may have some hiccups here and there in the game where it looked like he was confused about where to go, and that might have went the wrong way, and maybe when you can see the look on his face because he moved a little slow because he was confused. But to start out as a left tackle in your first game and to do well, I think that's a big feather in his cap to be against the first string defensive line for the Jaguars right off the bat, and to go out there and play left tackle when you've been playing left guard all the training camp. So kudos to those guys. Sometimes we have to watch film and really watch guys every play before we judge guys. I make sure I always tell our offensive line and defensive line, if a play doesn't work on an offensive play doesn't work, and we get a stop in the backfield, the reason why the offensive line has to be such a cohesive and a group that really hangs out together, because if it's one person's fault, the first thing people are going to say, man, the offensive line ain't blocking.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to blame the whole entire offensive line.
Definitely.
If defensive line, if somebody runs on them, the first thing they're going to say, man, the defensive line ain't getting all the blocks. It could have been 3 or 4 guys that did their job. One guy just got blown up and something happened, and they can say, man, but the general public is going to blame the whole entire line. Mm-hmm. So that's why you have to you have to work together, and you have to depend on each other, and everybody has to do their job. So, because when it works well, everybody gets the credit, and when it goes bad, everybody's going to get the disclaimer and get ridiculed. So I just wanted to give you that breakdown of what I saw on the offensive line, but I'm really happy about Richard. I think Richard he plays guard better than he plays tackle. And I think he's a better left guard because of his physicality. And I think that's where they really want to play him at. And he's got very long arms. He's got good feet. He's just got to learn. He's got to get reps and get comfortable and get confident. And I think he's going to come out this next game, and you're going to see a more confident guy because he got his feet wet in that first preseason game.
Gotcha.
So, but last point about the running back, I made a comment to Boss on Boss show the other day. I said Tony Pollard is now going to be. He's going to be what Zeke was. He's going to feel Zeke's shoes. And know what those shoes is, not because I'm not talking about in play, but I'm talking he's going to feel Zeke's shoes. And Zeke's shoes were, and everybody loves the second string guy. Mm-hmm. Everybody loves the backup quarterback. Everybody loves the backup running back because if you're the first guy, you can go ahead and beat the team down and get 4 to 5 tough yards because the defense is playing for you to run the football. And then when you bring the next guy in, they'll say, okay, we're going to play for them to pass the ball, and the next guy can get a run of 35, 40 yards, and everybody will say, man, we should play the backup running back. It's almost like when you're driving. Now Tony Pollard's in the driver's seat, and I think he can do it. But now he's in the driver's seat, and now he's got to deal with all the backseat drivers. Because everybody's critical of the guy in the front, under the wheel driving. Because everybody has an opinion, and everybody say I can make that turn better, or I can go down that street better, or I can get there better. So I want us to pump our brakes a little bit when we come to Deuce. Let Deuce make the plays the way he can make. He is going to have a role in this offense. Rico Dowdle's going to have a role in this offense. And allow them to make their plays, but this don't start a controversy about, well, he got more explosive because, remember, this is the NFL. He's not going to always have 12, 13-yard runs, and as the games get tougher and you get better competition, you're going to want that guy to get that 7, turn that 3-yard run into 6, or turn that 6 into 9. But they're not going to be 20, 30-yard games every time you touch football. That's not going to happen.
Got it.
So,
appreciate you, Coach.
People to pump their brakes on, not shooting down the guy, but I've heard people start talking about he's going to be number 1 or he's going to be number 2. Nah. There's guys out there for his plan. I'm not saying this kid cannot be, because I think he could be a great running back in this league. But let's get him to do the things he needs to do. Let's not add too much pressure and then put our other people under controversy where they don't perform because we are scrutinizing them to so much.
Gotcha.
We got a tendency to do that in Cowboy Land.
Appreciate you, Coach. Thanks again, always. Dropping dimes.
Thank you, Big Show. Thank you for having this platform to talk, man.
All right, man. Appreciate you. All right. I got somebody here.
Call from.
Okay. Hello. Hello.
Hey, what's going on, Big Time?
What up? What up? Who is this?
This is Talib in New York.
Talib. What's up, man?
Brother, I appreciate you, man. Enjoy the show as always, man. Continue to keep up the good work, brother.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. What you got? Hello. All right. I think he dropped a call. I got another call in real quick. I don't know what's going on here.
To accept, press 1. To send a...
All right. Hold up, Talib. I'm trying to figure everything out here. All right. Who I got here? Who's on here? I got...
Hey, this me.
It's on the line. I got Talib on the line. Who else I got?
Yeah.
You got the east side on the line.
Talib, hold on. Hold on, Talib.
We can go ahead.
Yeah, because trust me, this ain't gonna take long. East side, come on, son. Come on. This ain't gonna take long. Come on, east side. I'm doing fine tonight. How you doing? Doing fine. How you doing tonight?
Hey man, I just want to touch base on what you were saying about Deuce Vaughn, and you were commenting on all his positive attributes, as you say.
Okay.
What I wanted to know is, if this guy was so great, why was he drafted in the 6th round?
Because of his size. Next question. Go ahead.
Well, you know a little bit about football, right?
Yeah, and I know people don't draft 5'5" running backs. Go ahead. That's the reason why he's a 6th round.
Well, they say as a running back, if you can't pass protect, you can't play. That's what they say. That's what the coaches been saying for years and years. And if you can't protect Dink and Dak,
hey, Yeah.
Why are you gonna get on the field?
Well, he's gonna break that mold because he is gonna get on the field, but you're trying to make him a number one running back. Nobody said that he was a number one running back. He's not a number one running back, and on this team he won't be, unless there's just a whole bunch of injuries. And no, if you were listening to the show, I said that he's so small that's gonna be his problem because everybody's gonna run over him. He's 5'5". He's barely. I don't even think he's 200 pounds, but if he is, that's a big kid at 5'5". I don't think he is 200 pounds. So he's gonna get ran over. But see, you're trying to make him a number one running back. Nobody said that. So therefore, your comment has no merit. Next question.
He looked like a 6th round draft pick to me. I mean, but I listen to all those Dallas Cowboy channels and everybody singing his
First,
praises.
stop right there.
They
Stop
just saying,
right there. Stop right there. Why are you listening to all Dallas Cowboy channels when you're not a Cowboy fan? You need to start listening to Houston Texan channels. But I forgot, y'all ain't doing nothing anyway. So you got to look at the Cowboys like you've been sitting here for all this time watching. When you gonna start listening to all Houston Texan stuff? That's what I want to know. Because you told the truth.
everything, sir.
No. You listen.
Well-rounded individual.
No. You listen to whole Cowboy stuff. Because see, everybody know that you are the chief podcast Cowboy hater in the country right now. That's all you do is go around. I'm trying to figure out, when are you gonna get on a Houston Texan podcast? Matter of fact, is there one? I mean, I don't know, because I mean, is there one? I don't know. But you're holding up my line. You're holding up my line, man, because you ain't talking about nothing. Bye, Eastside. Get off my phone, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate you as always. Go ahead. Bye. I got somebody else on the line. Thank you. Who is this?
Hey, what's going on?
Talib. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. I knew this wasn't gonna be long. I had to get him off the line because he just.
Yeah, I think Eastside was a Cowboy fan. Probably about 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, kind of, heart was broken,
Yeah.
and he decided to just give up on the Cowboys and go to Houston. I really, deep down inside, I think he's a Cowboys fan.
He got to be, because that's all he listens to is Cowboy content. He got to be.
Absolutely.
What you got to
I'll
leave?
make it quick.
You ain't got to make it quick. I apologize for even putting them on there.
No worries. Absolutely. I expect an NFC championship appearance from our Cowboys. We got to get past the boogeyman. And the boogeyman is the San Francisco 49ers. We got to be able to, we got to, the last two seasons, they beat us at our place.
Yeah.
They beat us up there at their place. We're going to have to push past the San Francisco 49ers.
Well, first of all, Talib,
if we can be, I don't care if it's week 2, week 1, NFC Championship game. If we beat the San Francisco 49ers, mark my words, we're going to the Super Bowl and we're going to win it.
Wow. First of all, Talib, I would like to thank you for coming on the show with some content that we could talk about other than what we were just disrupted by Eastside Harold. But thank you for that. And you are absolutely right. You got to hit the giant in the mouth. You got to take the spot. Now, I will say this about Frisco. They are, skill-wise, the Cowboys have had the better roster the last couple of years, to be honest with you. Yeah. But attitude-wise, on the football field, that physicalness, the 49ers were better than what we were. Now, everybody keep talking about last season playoff game. We got to remember now, we what was the final score? 19-12, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. So it was a defensive game. We were hitting them in the mouth. They just made a couple more plays than we made, to be honest with you. We couldn't get the rhythm going. I think part of that, of course, was with the stubbornness of Kellen Moore to adapt and change. His play calling style. I think he tried to, once Pollard went down, it just he forgot that we could run the ball. Even though Zeke ran the ball pretty decently, but it wasn't a commitment to it. I think McCarthy situationally, in as far as football goes, situational play calling, I believe he's going to be much better than Kellen Moore. All those plays that we scratched our head over with Kellen Moore, the double, the reverses, the jet sweeps, the bubble screens, 1st and goal from the 2-yard line, you in shotgun and passing it. I don't think that happens with Coach McCarthy. I think we're going to be better that way. I'm not knocking Kellen, because when it's all said and done, Kellen Moore did have a top 3 offense ever since he took over as offensive coordinator. You can't knock that. And I do believe that the Los Angeles Chargers will have the #1 offense in the league this year. I believe that because they're loaded with it. He finally gets a quarterback that he really, really likes, and he has enough talent around him that I believe the Chargers are going to have the #1 offense in the league. But the problem is still going to be the same. He's pass happy. And when it come down to it at the end, you're going to have to run the football. And I've always said it about Kellen Moore. He was allergic to running the football. That's the reason why we couldn't beat the 49ers, because we turned it to a one-dimensional team, if you ask me. And you're not going to beat the 49ers like that. We got a chance to play them in the regular season. We're going to San Francisco to play them in the regular season. I know that's going to be a big game for us. It's kind of like a measuring stick type game. And we're going to see where we are at that particular time. But as far as the bigger picture is what you're saying, yeah, you're going to have to walk you're probably going to have to walk through San Francisco, and I'll throw in Philadelphia too. We still ain't got that. I'm not worried about them either, but I'm just saying
they're not winning 14. I don't think they're winning 14 games.
Shoot, they won 15 last year to lead. They won 15.
I don't think they're going to win 15 games.
No. I don't. They'll have a tougher conference.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to win 15 games.
Yeah.
I think 14 wins this year. Hell, maybe even 12.
Yeah.
That might get you the #1 seed. And just one quick thing about the running game, Big Show, I'm going to let you go.
Okay.
I think our running game is going to be solid.
Mm-hmm.
I think between I think Pollard, if this offensive line stays healthy, and our running backs,
yeah,
Pollard, Deuce, Rico, if they can stay relatively healthy, Pollard is explosive. We know what he can do.
Yeah.
If Rico, the combination between Deuce and Rico, if they can exceed, or at the very least, replace or duplicate the production that Zeke gave us,
mm-hmm.
then we're right there. I know we have concerns about blocking,
mm-hmm.
Absolutely. But I think if we can clean that up, I think this running game will exceed what we did last year.
I believe
it. Ultimately, that may put us over the top.
Yeah. I believe that might happen as well. Simply because I believe they're going to be even more of a commitment to it than what Moore did. I believe that you're absolutely right on that part. We got to we have to do that in order, especially when we start talking about November and December, where you're gonna have to pound it, and you really are gonna have to be physical. And I think that's where we're gonna really find out the difference between McCarthy and Moore. I think that's when we're really gonna see it is at the latter part of the year. Depending on injuries, of course. I believe that's when we're gonna find out. Man, I appreciate you, Talib, so much, man. Thank you for calling in.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you taking my call as well. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. All right.
Much more success.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye. All right, y'all. We've been on for an hour and 40 minutes again. By now, you all know Zach Martin sign. It's big for us. There's no doubt about it. It is big for us. We needed it. I'm going just another year or two later, and because of how it happened, it opens up, in my view, and I may be wrong, it opens up, in my view, a new card that can be played by the players if they got enough on their resume that they can do this. Everybody can't do what Zach Martin did. You don't have enough legs to stand on. But we do have a couple players that can play the same card that Zach Martin played. What is that card? I don't care how you look at it. He skipped the line. He skipped the line. And he stood his ground because he knew the Cowboys needed him. Well, we got another couple guys on this team that the Cowboys know we need them. And Zach did this with a couple years left on his current contract. The Cowboys didn't have to do anything, just collect. The fine money just would have been going on and on and on and on and on. But Jerry, after all that yip and all that talk that he did, he caved in. Most of us knew he would, but he did not. He did not do it. So I just got a feeling that y'all forgive me. I done the show. My son is here getting ready to go to bed. He got to go to school in the morning. Y'all say hello to Trey. Hey, Trey. Tell everybody hey.
Hey.
Hey. All right, so he's go to bed. See you in the morning. I'll be in the bed later on, but Daddy tired. Y'all forgive me for that, but I think y'all understand. Yeah, I ain't talked to him since he came home from school, so he's going to bed. All right. Big news. Cowboy fan can sleep a little better now. With Zach being in, that may be just the final piece other than maybe getting a kicker. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, y'all mark this down. And y'all might see this little part as a YouTube short or a Facebook, whatever, short or reel or whatever. With Zach Martin falling in line, y'all may feel differently. I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. There are no excuses now. This is it. You either going to show up and get this thing done, or we are going to have to do some things, because I feel like this may be combined now. This may be the best roster that we've had in a very long time. Very long time. And I'm trying to figure out, when did we have it like this, as far as a dominant defense, perhaps, and a pretty good offense combined. I'm trying to remember, and it very well may go all the way back to the 90s. I'm serious. It may go all the way back to that. We haven't had great defenses here in a long time. It's been that long. I remember a year where we did good, one of them Sean Lee years. But we didn't have the offense. We didn't have the offensive line. I'm talking about when you look at every spot on this team, we're pretty good. We really are. Y'all want it? Okay. Quarterback, he's good. Running backs as a committee, I think we're good. Wide receivers, I think we're better than good. I didn't say great, but I think we're better than good. Offensive line, I got 3 Pro Bowlers on the offensive line. That's pretty good. Ain't too many teams that can say that. I got an All-Pro on the offensive line. That's pretty good. Defensively, defensive line, we're real good. Linebackers, question mark still, but I think that we're leaning toward above average or getting real close to good. I think it just depend on if Leighton Vander Esch can stay healthy. And the only reason why I'm questioning because really we are young there, and then I'm taking Micah Parsons away from the linebacker spot and putting him on the line. That's the only reason why I'm saying that. But make no mistake about it, Damone Clark is the truth. Yes, Vander Esch is pretty good. It just all depends on that. Secondary is the best secondary in the whole league. Safeties and corners combined. There's no better secondary in the NFL than the Cowboys. So when you add all that up, ladies and gentlemen, there are no more excuses. No, there's none. There is an expectation that is here now. It is. And I'm gonna be saying this all year. I don't want, if we get out to a slow start, I'm still saying the same thing. Sooner or later, they're going to hit a stride. And we all know that when people get hot, it's usually at the end of the year anyway. So, it is what it is. But I think the Cowboys are going to be set all year. I want to see us play bully ball. I ain't going to even lie to y'all. This is what y'all going to be hearing me talk about as we get closer and closer. There's an attitude that got to come with this. The Micah Parsons type attitude. Y'all been hearing them talk for the last couple of weeks now. That's what I'm talking about. In other words, wherever you go, whether you're at home or you're on the road, you come into that place thinking y'all are the best team in the entire world and nobody can beat y'all. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a dominant attitude, Ray Lewis type attitude. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for bully ball this year. Defense too good. Why not? Why not bully folks around? Defense too good. The defense is going to be too good. Bully. I'm talking about bully people. Let these folks. That's why I'm saying I ain't looking for no. I know. I understand it's the NFC East, and I'm through, y'all. I understand it's the NFC East. I understand it's a division game, and usually our division games are close and all that. I ain't looking for that in week 1. I'm looking for us to go to New York and destroy the Giants. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. I'm sorry. I don't think the Giants belong on the same field as us. I just don't. I wish Daniel Jones would come in thinking he Joe Montana or somebody against us, against this defense. No, we're going to destroy him. They only got one shot, and that's if you let Saquon just go crazy, which I don't think that's going to happen. I understand they got Darren Waller, and I understand they got Jalen Hyde, but if you ain't got no time, who cares what you got? I'm expecting the Cowboys to destroy the Giants week 1 because they don't belong on the field with us. They don't. I ain't talking about no 6-point win. No, I'm telling you now, depending on if we can survive injuries now. I'm telling you right now, I'm expecting us to beat the Giants by at least 12 points or better. What I say, David? What I say? They don't belong. They don't. They don't belong. I wish Daniel Jones would think that he gonna be come out looking like an MVP against this defense. No, sir. No. There's no way. I'm expecting him to hit the ground hard, continuously. I'm already putting it out there. I know it's a division game. I don't care nothing about no division. The Giants don't belong. That's what my ass sitting on already. I ain't underestimating them, David, because I understand the Giants finished the year, I believe, 9th in the league in defense. They got a pretty good defense. I'll give you that. But offensively, that's Daniel Jones over there. This is not Patrick Mahomes. This is Daniel Jones. It's Daniel Jones. I mean, look. destroy the Giants. That's what my eyes on. I'm looking to take them out. I want us to send a message to the whole NFL that Sunday night. The whole world gonna be watching because all these Cowboy haters gonna be, yeah. Man, Eastside, I don't care nothing about no Tank deal. Who cares about your team? It's the Cowboys. I don't know none of your players. I know Dalton Schultz on there. I could care less about the CJ Stroud. Okay, I know him. Who else y'all got? Now, I love John Mechie. I give you that one. He gonna be a difference maker for y'all. I give you that. The wide receiver who tore up his knee at Alabama, he's the truth. He ready. But I care less about y'all. Tank Dale. I mean, who cares? He ain't a Cowboy. Who cares about Tank Dale? I'm expecting the Cowboys to beat up the Giants. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a statement to be set. The whole world gonna be watching folk like Eastside Harold who's swearing down. You know, he'll be sitting there with his popcorn. I already know what he's gonna say when we whoop the Giants, like I'm expecting us to. He'll be coming on my show the very next night, which will be Monday night, and he'll be saying this. He'll be saying, well, y'all won one game, now y'all winning the Super Bowl. See what I'm saying? I already done killed his whole narrative. See, I already know. So once we whoop them, you'll see Eastside come on here and say, oh, y'all Cowboy fans so happy. Then he gonna say, it was just the Giants. It was now all of a sudden, before the game, the Giants gonna beat y'all. Soon as we whoop them, then he gonna say, it was just the Giants. It was just Daniel Jones. Before the game, Saquon gonna run y'all out of New York. Daniel Jones gonna surprise y'all. Daniel Jones gonna get it done. Then soon we beat them. The Giants ain't nobody. That's what you gonna hear. That's what you gonna hear. I already know what y'all haters gonna do. All right, I'm done. That's enough. We're gonna holler at y'all. Thanks for tuning in on tonight. Appreciate all of y'all coming in. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the stars. If you did that, thank you for all the likes. Yeah, we're confident. We got a good team, David. You had, and let me see what David said right here. You Cow. David, what team you with before I close up shot so I know where you stand? Y'all Cowboy fans are so confident. This is the same energy y'all had at the beginning and lost. In the words of the Beatles, it's going to be a hard days and night when these Cowboys working like a dog. Well, you know, we lost. Yeah, we won 12 games. Then we lost against the 49ers in San Francisco. Yeah, we did that. David, what team you staying with? So I just know where you stand since you done stayed here all this time. I appreciate all haters coming in. I appreciate y'all. Y'all just make sure y'all come in. Look, let me hear the rules for y'all haters, okay? Because y'all did this last year. Eastside, David. David Burns is a Chicago Bear fan. Y'all gonna be better this year. I'll give you that. Y'all should be better this year. About much better. Y'all got a good shot at making the playoffs as well, too, because well, I don't know. Y'all got a pretty good tough division. I think the Packers are gonna be underestimated. Since you talking about the Giants underestimated, I think the Packers are gonna be underestimated. I believe the Lions are gonna be pretty good. And I think y'all gonna be pretty good too. So I'm expecting y'all division to be tough. See, I can be objective with y'all. I can be objective as well. I mean, I care less about the Bears, but I like football. I think y'all got a good shot at it. Good shot to maybe win y'all division. But as far as y'all haters goes, let me give y'all a rule, at least for my show. Now, don't come on here, because y'all did this last year. We won 12 games, only lost 5, I'm sorry. And y'all didn't come on my show when we were winning. I mean, we won 12 games. I couldn't find y'all. But when we lost, oh my God. Oh my God. I had a show full of haters just celebrating. Y'all ain't getting too many chances to celebrate. Y'all just showed up. David, here you go. Okay? Here you go. Don't come in here when we don't. I need to see you with the same yap. Yip. I need to see you with the same yip now. Don't wait till we lose. Don't do that. East side, you the same way. But see, you ain't gonna have nothing to talk about anyway, because you know Houston ain't gonna win nothing anyway. So you ain't gonna be watching it. Huh? Oh, okay. Well, David, only thing I can say is be glad that y'all ain't on our schedule, because last time we saw y'all, good Lord of mercy, I think we put up 50, 40, 45 or something like that on y'all. Yeah, okay. So be glad y'all. Oh, this ain't what you want, okay? I know you don't like the Cowboys, but you don't want to put your Bears up against us. We turned the Bears into little crickets. You understand? Y'all made us laugh. Y'all coming to Dallas like that, y'all made us laugh, thinking y'all gonna beat us. We destroyed y'all. But that's neither here nor there. That was last year. That's this year. All right, everybody, give me my hand clap emojis and we out of here. I'm done for the night. That's enough. Y'all haters, y'all y'all welcome to the show. But make sure you show up like you show up now. Just show up consistently. Okay? I need you in here when we win now. So I can hear what y'all excuses of why we won and all that. Yeah, exactly. David, since you done joined the family, you done joined the Big Time Show family, make sure you come in here on when we win. I know you're going to be in here when we lose. See, I already know that. I need you in here when we're winning so I can hear what you got to say then. That's all I want to do. All right? That's all I want. I just need you to come, all right? Just make that deal with me. All right, give my hand clap emojis real quick. We out of here. Y'all know how we do it. We groove our way in and we groove our way out. We're about to do that right now. I'm out of here. I'm tired. I done worked all day. Let's get out of here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys on Saturday at 3:00, unless something else happens. And if it happens, you know I'm coming. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the one and only. This is the Big Time Show.